Pechacha Obi Biara, Daily Trends and our Sufi. Then Semeno and Sem Abeka and Sam Yonko Naibuti and Semno and Chem.
Abdul Wahab Aludiba, a former NAFCU, a CEO, he has been arrested. Now, sir, report we ever to Ghana, go for Chinese, any abasa, bisa question said, I didn't, and a penny 480 arrested. Talking about yes, a court, not the camera, no fine said, obey me to fine. And it is or cordia adentina I was set a buying and asking penny for 80 me a stopping. Now looking at this particular report by was being confirmed by the Deputy Attorney General, Dr. Justice Remsai, or no, and this confirmation we a buy. And also the two also said in our watch we may I dare say or more ever court, Nanya or Marco has a court no. Ebedane earlier ruling or the by say opinion of Hanan obiti to kind moko has a court no beti me adane the ruling na naturally say bibiano etimi akosie now court no akwasetina ne ama court no ekwasetina talking about the stance of the prosecution led by the Attorney General na afin so talking about the counsel for the defense and also the counsel for the accused led by a lawyer Godfred just say court no eti afani afa naturally say the akosi no court no see no the decision of court no eteki and necessity no they say omo in releasing or in free custody but in this time it is without any condition it is without any condition beyond income he has been released. I wish for following a Saturday, July 4, 2026, in arrest. DSSR Beno, and penny 480 and as a court, no, my order says, see an infant free BNI for Akachi, and I said, Yoko for Akachi. Na Chelsea Bibiano and Timmy Kosi. Now, Ebebo Etimi Eddie Rem now. There has been several conversations about this particular story. Sisiano Pebi natural margin as to this particular case as to say or share the prosecution the Attorney General do things right or arresting citing reasons at the Bible things now or try send an account on my freezy or try so be the and then talking about the stance of the former Attorney General, lawyer Godfred and also stands and also to say we shared the move by the prosecution and I said the move by the Attorney General. This particular move wasn't a right and I said wasn't a good one because considering the court order now work against the order and you're right. So yes, this is here and after the court the final decision of court Abdul Wahab Hanan, our former CEO at the National Food and Buffer Stock Company. There's all more and free custody, naturally, say, Bianso, no intimate. Because they go so actually, yes, by young corner, looking at this particular case, several submissions about it, and then there's a whole lot of order we need to know.
Justice Srimsai and Dominic Ayine are turning everything upside down. Now, what's the story? This is Hanan and his wife. So you already know the Hanan story, don't you? So Hanan was arrested and kept in the BNI cells upon an Iyoko investigation, and they said he had stolen money from buffer stock. In one of his uncharacteristic press conferences, the learned Attorney General spent a lot of time explaining to Ghanaians how many wristwatches Hanan had and how many bags allegedly Hanan's wife had, and how their home looked like and where the furniture was and all of that. It was quite bizarre, but here was an Attorney General who told the general public all of that, alleging that Hanan had stolen money and that he was going to be able to prosecute him. So he then went to court to prosecute Hanan, didn't he? And in going to court to prosecute Hanan, he had charges. So that's usual. So the charges were sent to the court, and then the prosecution began. And then step by step, Hanan's lawyers, Godfred and his law firm, began to dismantle the case of the Attorney General. We came here to tell you that step by step, he was dismantling the case of the Attorney General. One day we woke up in the morning, TRENZ, the Deputy Attorney General, had announced that they were withdrawing the charges against Hanan and that they were going to bring stiffer charges against him. Everyone wondered that if there were stiffer charges based on what you said about him in the press conference, you really should have started with those stiffer charges, quote and unquote. Okay, so we waited for the stiffer charges. He said it was going to come in 28 hours, it didn't come. 48 hours, it didn't come. 72 hours, it didn't come. Then finally, when it came, it was shocking. Because when the new charges came, the charges had actually been reduced. The amount of money they were looking for from Hanan had actually also been reduced. The bail condition also had reduced. What did it mean? They had gone into their shelf, looked at the charges, and found out that some of the charges that they had preferred against him were based on gossip and hearsay, and that they wouldn't stand the test of the court's standards. So they had to pull them out. We don't know whether at the time TRENZ was bragging to the general public that he was going to give Hanan stiffer punishments and stiffer charges, that he was aware that the charges that had been preferred were so watery that they had to take some out. He probably didn't know, but he found out anyway. That's still the relation of duty, but forget about that. What has happened now is even worse. So they came back with new charges, and then they went to court. Whilst they were processing the new charges, the lawyers for Godfred realized that the witness statement had actually not been signed by anyone, which is wrong. It's a faux pas. It doesn't happen. Okay. So the judge realized it during the case management, which is behind closed doors before they come to open courts. The judge realized and said that you cannot have this. We came here and said it. TRENZ hired somebody to say that we were wrong. Eventually, we brought the court documents itself, the judge speaking, and then we shut them up completely, that we were very right about it. That's very important. Now, during the first case, it was as part of Hanan's bail conditions. He was not allowed to travel outside the country as part of his bail conditions. He was not allowed to travel outside the country, okay? So they scrapped those charges and brought new charges. And the conversation was that now that they brought new charges, is he allowed to travel out of the country? The view of the court and the law was that to the extent that they have not added that to these new charges, whether he travels out of the country or not will be determined by the court itself. So Hanan said, yes, please make that determination. Now let's see what happens. So this is a court's document. Yeah, Hanan Abdul Wahab, applicant so order for leave to travel. Upon hearing the affidavits of Hanan of plot number so the motion on notice to travel out of the jurisdiction and supplementary affidavit filed on 24th June 2026 respectively, and an affidavit in response filed by the state on 24th June. So the Hanan's lawyers filed an affidavit that they need permission for him to travel from the court. The state on 24th June, the same day, filed an opposition to that affidavit. Let's see what the court said. Okay. Upon hearing the submission of Richard Dembibi Esquire, holding the brief of Godfred Adame Esquire, counsel for and on behalf of the applicant herein, and Dr. Justice TRENZ, counsel for and on behalf of the Republic herein, it is hereby ordered that leave is granted A1 applicant to travel to London for an appointment with his obstetrician or somebody for 6th of July 2026. It is hereby further ordered that this order, A1 applicant's passport, is to be handed over to him. That is, Hanan's passport is to be handed over to him and permitted to travel out of the jurisdiction on or before the 4th day of July 2026. The court goes on, and it is hereby ordered that this order lapses on the 12th day of July 2026, and Hanan is to return the passport to the registry of this court on or before the 14th day of July 2026, given under my hand and the seal of the High Court of Justice Accra this 29th day of June 2026. Doris Dansoa, the registrar, is the one who signed it. My goodness, viewers, this is the order of the court. You saw the details. The court has given the date Hanan can travel, and he has given the date Hanan should return to Ghana. The court has also given the dates for the passport to be returned to the registry of the court. Essentially, what the court has done is that whether Hanan can travel or not, that decision is not that of the Attorney General, it is that of the court. And indeed, in the application that we just looked at, the Attorney General opposed the application of Hanan traveling. So here is TRENZ side, goes to court, he loses an application. He doesn't come on Facebook and type that I have lost an application. I'm going to show you the very bizarre thing he put out on Facebook relating to this matter. I'm going to show you in a minute. Let's come back to the case, the court document. So the court document shows that the Attorney General was opposed to the decision of the court. The court made a decision at variance with the wishes of the Attorney General. This is what happened. So an Attorney General goes to court and loses an application. Then he tries to use police power to overturn the decision of the court. And that is why we are hearing this morning that a contempt application is being filed against Dominic Ayine and Justice TRENZ for contempt of the High Court. Because here was a court who said Hanan can travel. So now watch the drama. So 4th July, Hanan should travel. So Hanan shows up at the airport. He's traveling from the Accra International Airport, formerly the Kotoka International Airport. It's now the Accra. He's traveling out of there to London, granted permission by the court. And then what happens? He goes past immigration, and that's the most important place where people can be stopped for movement situations, because there's no police desk at the court as such. There is immigration for those living, there's customs and all of that. There's police presence there, but there's no police stop that you stop to climb the plane. So you go through immigration. So immigration is where all the security issues are really settled. Hanan goes past immigration. Immigration don't query him. They don't have any orders to query him. He's about to board the flight, and then comes national security that he has been arrested. And he's confused about it because he has a high court